unmuted. Alexa's telling me I'm unmuted. Good morning, everybody. We are getting ready here for day number 2. Super excited with a great list of vendors for you. I just want to take a quick minute to introduce myself. So my name is Ava Motherwell, and I am the founder and owner of the Whole Bead Show. I got my start in the bead business back in the early 80s by repairing vintage costume jewelry, and then started designing my own creations. Towards the end of the 80s, I traveled to Europe and started finding vintage beads in bulk, and then that's when I started selling to bead shops and other jewelry designers. And then in 1993, I started the Whole Bead Show. So the past 27 years, I've been traveling around the country bringing beads and gemstones to everyone and having a fantastic time doing it. But now that we're in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic, I'm kind of reinventing myself and trying to come up with new ways to bring beads and gemstones directly to everyone. So I really appreciate everyone here coming and being a part of this, and I hope you guys all have fun. So I am going to adjust my camera so you can actually see what you came here for today. These gorgeous beads. Give me just a minute here. Get this going right. Okay, so today we're starting with Bollywood beads, and we got some opals here. Oh, and I had a couple of PSAs that I'm just going to start off with too, just while everyone gets on board here. Okay, so a couple things. So yesterday, all of the vendors that we had in the videos yesterday, their photos went onto Facebook and Flickr. Now, the best way to view all of the photos on Facebook is to go to our actual photo tab on my page and look at all of the photos. If you're just looking at the ones in the feed, you're only going to see the photos that other people have commented on. And if you want to see everything, the best thing to do is to actually click on photos, and that way you'll see them all. And as you're scrolling down, eventually you're going to get to the photos from the July show, and those items are no longer available, so keep that in mind. We're limited on how many pieces we have of each thing, and it is going to be first come, first serve. We are giving priority to people who are commenting in the live video real time, and then otherwise we're just, trying to keep track of date stamps of when comments come in and all of that. I also wanted to tell people to feel free to chime in and give information. If you have information about certain gemstones or beads that I'm showing that I'm not mentioning, feel free to type that in the comments if you have something that you think is useful or helpful. Oh, and speaking of the photos, Aloha Gems, I posted about 120 photos of their products last night, and Tommy, the owner of Aloha Gems, he went on there and commented on each photo and gave detailed information about all of the gemstones, and so I would highly recommend to go and look at that. It's very informative. Okay, so that's enough announcements for right now. I have a few more out here, but I'll get to those later, and we're going to dive into some beautiful opals here from Bollywood Bead Company. Arun, I don't know if Arun is on here, but if you are, say hello. So these are opals, black opals, and the code for these is BBC53, and they are $240 a strand. That is what one strand is going to look like. So that one is BBC 53. It's $240. If you want to purchase this strand, you're going to want to comment with BBC 53. Lots of color flashes in there. Beautiful graduated strand, and it is about a 17 and a half inch strand. Just adjusting my camera view there a little bit. Okay, these are emeralds, heart-shaped emeralds. The code for this one is BBC 50, and they're $120 a strand. It's an 8-inch strand. And we have 6 strands of these available. Really beautiful emerald color, beautiful facets. There's about 19 beads on the strand. So how's everybody's Saturday morning going so far? We were supposed to get rain here today, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, this gorgeous is garnet, and it's $275 for a strand. We have 2 strands available, and the code for this one is BBC49. This is like a true grass green color, really gorgeous. Large facets. The bead at the bottom, the large bead, is about 14 by 20. So those of you that are watching me on Facebook can comment in the feed with your purchases. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to need to make a note of what you'd like to purchase and send me an email to avamotherwell@aol.com. Okay, so this is crystal with pink. So those are, I believe those are rubies inside there. This is really interesting. So it's a faceted crystal bead, and then it has the little gems inside. It's an expensive strand, but it's very unique. This one is BBC 48, and it's $310 for the strand. We just have the 1 strand of these. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pendants. They're like little pendants. These were very popular last time we showed them. It is, let's see what these are. So I believe these are blue topaz with the 22 karat gold. And we only have 1 strand of these available. It's BBC 03, and it's 110. It's a beautiful aqua blue color with the 24 karat gold flecks. And here's another strand of these. This one is BBC 05, and it's $149. I just have the 1 strand. Really gorgeous facet on that one. Yeah, so it is blue topaz, and it's a 22 karat gold, not 24 karat gold. This one is BBC 04, and it's $115. It's like a little dagger pendant shape. We just have the one strand. So I don't know if you saw the photo that I posted a few days ago of our new little puppy, Coco. She's a Boston Terrier, and she is so cute. We're all madly in love with her, including our 10-year-old Boston Terrier. These are garnets, and they're $110 a strand. The code is BBC45, and I have 3 strands of these. And here we have a white opal. I can hear Alexa in the background. She's drooling. I have Alexa here today with me. Yesterday I had Sam. Today I have Alexa. So give a shout out to Alexa. Hi. This one is BBC 36. It's 180, and I have 2 strands available. It is a 18-inch strand. We have some labradorite, Mystic labradorite. These are $18 a strand. It's about a 4mm bead. The code for this one is BBC52. It's a 16-inch strand. And I have 8 strands available. And these are rubies, hand etched. They're $135 a strand. The code for this one is BBC51. And it is an 8-inch strand. I have 4 strands available. The color on these is very magenta. BBC 51.
We're wondering if they're dyed or not.
If they're dyed.
Natural or
I believe these are natural.
all of them.
All the stones. As far as I know, everything is natural. If I have other information, I will. This one is carnelian. I have 1 strand available. It's a 16-inch strand. The code on this one is BBC01, and it's $140 for the strand. The coloring on this is like it's a light carnelian. The center bead is about 8 by 15 millimeter. And this is Larimar, and it is BBC 30, $90. We have the 1 strand. It's about an 8mm rondelle, 16-inch strand. And this one is Rainbow Moonstone Chiclets. It's $240 for the strand. It's BBC 28. We have 1 strand available. Lots of color flashing in there. Really, really beautiful. This is a willow opal, tumbled. And it's BBC 19. It's $220. I have the one strand. And this one is also willow opal, BBC 18, $220. And I have the one strand. Beautiful rainbow colors in there. A couple more strands of opal here. This one is black opal, BBC 16. It's $280 for the strand. Wow, that center bead right there is gorgeous. It's got like red and orange, green, just glowing. Really beautiful. This one is BBC 17, $280. So these gemstones that I'm sharing with you right now are from Bollywood Bead Company. He is out of Maryland, Arun. I'm sure many of you know him from our New York show. And he also does Santa Fe, and he's done Oakland. And of course he does shows all around the country. So this is topaz with the 22 karat gold leaf, BBC 02, and it's $137, and I have the one strand. It's an 8-inch strand. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 beads on this strand. Many of Arun's cuts and shapes are his own designs. These are some really gorgeous amethysts, really rich color. This one is BBC 44, and it's $220 for the strand. And I have 4 strands available. It's a 16-inch strand. The color is quite incredible on these. And they're natural coloring. Again, this one is BBC 44, $220 for the strand. These are aquamarine. You don't see aquamarine very often. It's mostly blue topaz. These are BBC 43, $150 for the strand, and we have 4 strands. Very nice, smooth shape. 16-inch strand. This one is Appetite, and it is BBC 10, $60. I have the one strand. And this is Sapphire from Madagascar. And it is BBC 06. It's $220 for the strand. I have one strand. And these are about 4 millimeter, I believe. Okay, some more little itty bitties here. This one is turquoise. I have just the one strand. It's a little faceted 4mm turquoise. It's BBC 12 and it's $20 for the strand. That one's gonna probably be gone already. It's really beautiful. Beautiful color. And this is pink opal, BBC 07, $20. And I have the one strand. Has the room popped on? No? I was hoping he would. And this is multicolored apatite, BBC 08. It's $50 for the strand, and we have one strand. Morganite, BBC 11.
And Rune's on now.
Hi, Rune. Alexa says you're on. This one is BBC 11, and it's $220. We have the one strand. It's graduated. I got some large ones there at the end. Scorzalite, Scorzalite. It's BBC 06, $35. We have the one strand. It's like a really pale lavender, and it's a little bit milky. It's very unique, very different. Silverite, BBC 13, it's $55. We have the one strand, and these are these little itty bitties, about 2mm. And these are two more of the silverites. This is a white one. Arun can probably tell people what this is. I'm not familiar. BBC 15, $55, and there's one strand available. And BBC 14, $55. It's a light peachy pink. And here we have some labradorite rondelles. BBC 38, they're $20 a strand. These are 8-inch strands. And we have 15 of these available. BBC 38, $20 a strand. Really nice coloring on these. Ooh, one of my favorite stones. I love the blue. Iolite. This one is BBC 39. They're $90 a strand. Looks like we have about 6 strands here. Dark midnight blue. Rainbow moonstone, BBC 37. These are $25 a strand. Little rondelles. And we have 6 strands of these available. BBC 37. And these are jasper, mystery jasper. We have about 6 strands of these available. It's BBC 40, they're $65. trying to get one separated that I can show you. There we go. It's about a 10-inch strand. So it's BBC 40, $65. And it's black, gray, a little bit of a slight lavender tint in there.
Arun is saying that on a lot of the ones that you have one of, he has more in stock, and he's putting that in the comments.
This we have some more amethyst for you. These are beautiful amethyst. BBC 41. And it's 110 for the strand. We have 3 strands available. These are some gorgeous amethyst too. Kind of falling in love with amethyst all over again. This one is BBC 47. It's $85 a strand. The facet on these is really fine, gorgeous. This is about a 16-inch strand. And it looks like we have about 8 available. So I was thinking this morning, you know how everyone is wearing masks and on Zoom meetings and everything, and I've been thinking that bold statement necklaces are probably going to really be a thing, because you have to make an impression somehow. And so I think wearing like a really big, beautiful, bold necklace in your Zoom meetings is going to be the way to do it. This is, I believe, strawberry quartz? Strawberry something. Really beautiful color. It really does look like strawberry. It's BBC 42 and it's $102 a strand, and we've got 2, 4, 6 strands available. I can just see it now, all of us ladies doing our business meetings from Zoom and wearing like a fabulous blouse and a fabulous necklace and sweatpants. Okay, this is tanzanite? Kyanite. Kyanite, and it's BBC 46, $55 a strand. It's a really pretty denim blue. And we've got 4 strands available. I was watching a couple episodes of Schitt's Creek last night. I don't know if anyone's been watching that show. It's so funny. It's so good. And Moira, one of the characters, she's always wearing the most fabulous jewelry. Okay, this is citrine, and it's BBC 35, $110 a strand, and we've got 4 strands available. It's kind of a nugget, sort of a rough, natural finish on there. Oh, and I wanted to mention that depending on your internet at home, you might be able to adjust the quality of the video. If you have really amazing internet, you might want to click on those 3 little dots in the upper right hand corner, and you might want to adjust your the quality of the video up. If you have not so good internet, you might want to adjust it down a little if you're getting some delays. Just something to think about. This one is African tourmaline, really beautiful soft coloring. It's BBC 34. It's $134 a strand. It's like a Monet painting with the coloring. And we have about 6 or 8 strands of those. Okay, this says multi-stone. So Arun, maybe you can explain what multi-stone is. And it's BBC 33, $165 a strand. They're 18-inch strands, graduated, really pretty colors. And here we have some turquoise from Arizona, BBC 32. They're $95 a strand. It's about a 16-inch strand. And the larger ones are about 7 millimeter. Beautiful colors on there. And we have 8 strands of those available. And these are Rhodolite Garnet, BBC 29, $145 a strand, and we've got 5 strands of those. They're 16-inch strands. They're about 6 millimeter. Okay, we've got about 6 more gemstones from Bollywood Bead Company to show you. And then up next we have vintage goodies from Sandy Shore. Some more Larimar, BBC 31. These are $70 a strand. 16-inch strands. And looks like we have 5 of these available. Okay, here we have some itty bitties. These are multi-spinel, 2 millimeter. And it's BBC 27. They're $35 a strand, 16-inch strands. And it goes from kind of a taupe into some pinks and cranberries, grays, lots of pretty colors there. And we have 8 strands, 7 strands available. Amazurite, 2 millimeter. BBC 26, and these are $20 a strand. It's kind of an aqua turquoise color. And we have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 strands of these available, and they're 2 millimeter, 16-inch strands. And these are black spinel, 2mm, BBC 25, they're $20 a strand. And these are just solid black, shiny little faceted 2mm, 16-inch strands. And we have, looks like about 10 strands of those available. Rollite garnet, 2mm, 16-inch strands. And we have 2, 4, 6, 8 strands of those available, and the code is BBC23, and they're $20 a strand. And these are green cat's eye. I'm going to look at those up close. Those are gorgeous. It's like a dark army green. They're 2mm, 16-inch strands, BBC 24, and they're $30 a strand. We've got 5 of those available. Unless I get one. Okay, I have a staple in the middle of this word here. Express something citrine? Arun, I need your help on that one. What is this bead? It's BBC 22, and they're $25 a strand. 20mm. They're like a topaz amber color. 16-inch strands, and we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 strands. Okay, 2 more lovelies here to show you from Bollywood Bead Company. And these are labradorite, 2mm, 16-inch strands. BBC 21, they're $20 a strand, and we've got 8 available for you. And these are blue tourmaline, 2mm, 16-inch strands. BBC 20, they're $35 a strand, and we've got about 10 strands of those available. And it's really pretty, kind of a gray muted blue. Really beautiful. Okay, so that's a wrap on Bollywood Bead Company. That was fun. Now we're going to move on to Sandy Shore. Sandy Shore is out of Texas, and they have just all kinds of crazy, funky, fun, vintage things. And I have 10 in stock. I have 10 of each of the items that I'm showing you. So this is a vintage double-sided pendant, and the code for this one is SSC. So all of these are going to be SSC and then dash and the numerical number. So this one is number 25, and it is $10. And it looks like you get 12 of them for $10. So you're only looking at one, but you actually get 12 of them for $10. Okay, here we have some carved red cinnabar. It's a 30mm bead, and the code is SSC-22, and you get 4 beads for $15. And these are vintage. And here we have vintage 1950s lucite, and you get 15 beads for $10. It's a really bright, shiny orange. And the code for this one is SSC24. And this one is vintage coral colored glass from West Germany. There's 24 beads on the strand for $10. The code is SSC27. And it's like a true red coral. And these are vintage hand-blown check glass black rings. And you get 5 of them for $8, and they're solid black. The code is SSC23. UV reactive multicolored neon check glass. So these are not vintage. You get 150 beads for $15, and the code is SSC20. These are vintage copper pieces. They're really pretty. They've got like this little floral print on them. You get 4 pieces for $6. The code is SSC38. I know the tags are kind of small on these, which is why I'm reading out the code for you. These are 1960s hand-painted. They're round. They're from Hong Kong, porcelain beads, and you get 12 of them for $15. And the code is SSC19. And again, each one of these items we have 10 available. These are 1940s hand-blown check glass twisted drops. You get 6 of them for $12. They're like a cyan red. I think in this lighting they look more orange, but it's a little more of a cyan red. The code is SSC18. These are vintage 1950s green snail shell salt spoons. It says easy to drill, and you get 2 of them for $15. And the code is SSC21. So Sandy Shore is located in Texas, and they exhibit at our Las Vegas show and Denver. Is that it? I think that's it. This one is SSC14. These are 1930s Italian glass, silver colored wired flowers, and you get 12 of them for $10. SSC14. And then here we have the same item in black, and this one is SSC13. So they're wire, and they have more wire here so you can wire wrap them into something. And here we have vintage 1970s mother of pearl. There's 24 beads on the strand for $25, and it's SSC 17. (1940s to 1950s) handmade West German red glass, and they're wire wrapped, and there's 2 pieces here. and you get both of them for $10. SSC 12. And we have some vintage brass plated little earring components. SSC 39. There's 2 pairs, so 4 pieces for $8. Can you see the tags at all on your end?
It's very hard to see.
Yeah.
They should check the pictures tonight.
Yeah, and these are going to, there's going to be photos of these items coming tonight too, so you can read the descriptions on those tags probably better in the photos. So this is vintage solid brass. It's SSC 36, and you get 16 pieces for $10. And this is vintage check glass. It's cranberry. It's 2-tone, so it's cranberry and white. And it's SSC 16. There's 12 beads on the strand for $10. And this is a pendant piece. They're vintage, double-sided. And it's SSC 26. And you get 10 of them for $12. And it's kind of a goldstone glass piece in the center. And these are vintage hand-carved bone little moons, and they're drilled. SSC 37. You get 2 pieces for $8. Those are really pretty. Couple of vintage shell pendants from the 1970s. You get 2 of them for $5. It's SSC 28. I've been doing a lot of shells, which has been fun. This is a 10mm check Picasso brown glass. Picasso. I'm reading upside down. 18 beads for $8. SSC 35. Vintage 1970s gold plated. You get 1 piece, $10. SSC 29. These are little cranberry colored glass charms. And they're vintage. SSC 30. 2 pieces for $10. Some good weight on those. A lot of lead in that glass. SSC 32. These are Japanese glass with 24 karat gold and bicones. You get 50 beads for $10. And the code is SSC 32. $1970s vintage solid brass. You get 6 of them for $15. It's SSC 33. And let's see, these are vintage brass plated miniature horse bit. Are you making horsey noises? Horsey noises. 10 pieces for $8. SSC 31. See, I'm a little bit dyslexic, so you gotta watch me. I might start reversing everything. We've got some vintage 1970s brass plated knots, knot pendants. I'd say it's a bead, not a pendant. And there are 8 pieces for $8. And here we have 1930s hand-blown Japanese, pink and white. They're 13 millimeter. 16 beads on the strand for $20. It's got the little vintage tag there, made in Japan. This one is SSC 11. 1930s hand-blown Japanese glass. It's white, 12 beads for $30, SSC 10. Now these we had last time and they sold out right away, but it turns out that Sandy Shore had more. So we're excited to get a few more of these. So I did sell a few to people who missed out last time, but I still have about another 10, I think, left. And this one is SSC 15. They're vintage hand-blown check glass fruit on the necklace, and the chain is brass, and it's $12. It's really fun. And this time I got to get one because last time I missed out. So, and Alexa got to get one too, so that was good. This is vintage 1970s all natural tangerine coral. So this is a natural coral bead. It's not dyed and it's vintage from the 70s. It's a 23-inch strand. It's $45. Really pretty color. It's SSC 9. Antique Mediterranean all natural round 3 millimeter coral. There's approximately 180 beads on the strand, and they're $75. This is a really rich red coral. And these are not glass, they're real. Beautiful. SSC 6, and those are $75. These are the little tiny pearls I was talking about. This one is SSC 5. They're vintage 2 millimeter all natural seed pearls. The strand is 19 inches and it's $45 for one strand. These are the little tiny pearls that you would find. Like I have a vintage ring that has an amethyst in the center and then it has the little pearls around the edge. They're really delicate, beautiful. It's probably very difficult to see how pretty they are. This is all natural snake vertebrae. It's 26 inches and they're vintage. It's $45 for the strand. This one is SSC 4. And this is an old handmade French iron cross coffin nail. Interesting. It is 1.1 inches width by 2.9 length, and it's $35 for one. SSC 8. A lot of detail, heavy. Someone would do something really clever with that. Okay, SSC 3, vintage all natural sea urchin spine beads. You get 24 beads on the strand for $20. And these are vintage, lightweight. These are 1960s, 1970s, vintage all natural blue coral star beads. You get 12 beads for $20. And it's SSC 2. And here, these are also blue coral. And then you get 12 beads for $25. They're vintage SSC1. Okay, these are vintage buttons, mother of pearl, SSC 61, and you get 10 buttons for $10. Okay, this one, vintage mother of pearl buttons, 12 buttons for $10. It's SSC 59. Vintage mother of pearl buttons, 8 buttons for $10. SSC 63. Vintage mother of pearl buttons, 12 buttons for $10. SSC 60. Now yesterday I had commented that I wanted people to be mindful of, not ordering the same item in more than one place. And then I got a few messages from people who were worried that they had done that. And, I don't want anyone to be stressed out about it. I want this to be a fun experience for everyone. So don't be stressed out. Just do your best to not comment on the same item in more than one place, and just know that if you have requested an item on the video, I'm going to find it, and if you've posted on one of the pictures, I will find your comment. I know sometimes with Facebook you'll make a comment and you don't see it, but it's there. It's just one of those things. So we'll find you and we'll hunt you down. But yeah, so just do your best. If you see something you want on the video and you've commented there, try to remember that you've commented there and not ask for the same item again someplace else, because it'll make my life easier. Okay, these are vintage hand-carved red abalone shells. They're little leaf. And let's see, there's no holes. There's 12 of them for $10. It's SSC 58. And just so everyone knows that the sale, so we have today and we have tomorrow, and then everything will be available until end of day Tuesday, and that's when we're going to stop taking orders, and we'll start I'll probably actually start working on PayPal invoices on Monday with people who I know are done shopping, and hopefully we'll get all the invoices out by Thursday at the latest. And once the invoices are paid, we'll start shipping immediately, because we have things in stock this time. These are vintage carved bone, and there's 2 of them for $8. It's SSC 56. This is a carved filigree soapstone pendant, SSC 59. 1 for $15. These are handmade Bohemian check glass, top drilled, 12 beads for $7. SSC 55. They have kind of an iridescent coating on there. Oh, here's some more Mediterranean coral. These are vintage. Well, actually, it says antique. So these must be 100 years old. These are not drilled. So you'd have to drill them or set them somehow. They're little teardrops. They're 6 by 16 millimeter coral, and the pair is $45. It's a really beautiful shade of Mediterranean coral. SSC7. This is a vintage carved glass cabochon, cameo cabochon, and it is $8 for one, and it's 1.2 inches by 1.5 inches. And the code is SSC54. Alright, a few more vintage things here before we move on to the Garden of Bead, which is check glass and seed beads. Okay, this is a little assortment of vintage brass and brass plated mixed charms. There's 10 of them for $5. I love this one. The code is SSC75, and it's 10 pieces for $5. I've been loving all the vintage things. It's definitely something I gravitate towards. Okay, these are vintage Victorian style images. They're on aluminum, and they're cabochons, and you get 6 of them for $5. The code is SSC72. And we have 2 vintage brass plated fish. You get 2 of them for $5, SSC73. Vintage brass plated filigree findings. It's kind of like a little button thing. Interesting. 2 pieces for $5, SSC53. These are filigree brass plated beads, tubes. You get 10 of them for $7, SSC52. Here we have some multicolored check glass cabochons. You get 3 of them for $5. It looks like they're about 18 millimeter, SSC49. Vintage base metal detailed silver rings, 12 pieces for $10, SSC51. These are vintage Venetian glass, black with gold stone. They are 21 by 33 millimeter, and you get 4 beads for $10. Those are really beautiful. SSC 47. Vintage large whole orange pumpkins, and you get the strand here for $12, SSC 48. World War II Japanese pink 8 millimeter milky glass beads, 50 beads for $8, SSC 45. And all of these items are labeled, so not just the samples, but each bag is labeled, so you will get all these details when you get these beads. SSC 46, 1930s red check glass flower beads. There's 12 of them for $10. I think having the information about what you get is great. Helps you sell your pieces if that's what you're doing. SSC 50 vintage solid copper. You get 2 of them for $5. Those are heavy. These are some little glass cabochons, foil back. 4 of them for $8. SSC 44. These are pink plastic rice flowers, 1930s Japanese. There's 6 of them for $5. They're cabochons. SSC 41. SSC 64, 1930s hand-blown Japanese champagne glass. And they're like a pearl coating. You get 15 of them for $8. SSC 64. Okay, a few more cabochons here, and we're just about done with the vintage. These are Japanese coral-colored plastic from the 1930s. You get 6 of them for $5. And that's SSC 43. Aren't they cute?
So
Oh, we have the same thing in a turquoise, of course. But if it's vintage, if you have a coral one, you gotta have a turquoise one too. SSC 42, 1930s Japanese turquoise blue plastic rice flowers. 6 pieces for $5. Cabochons. Not sure if I said that. And these are Japanese, 1930s, rice flowers, 6 pieces for $5. They're painted. SSC 40. Okay, 3 more items from Sandy Shore. Vintage teal blue plated 6mm glass pearls. SSC 66, and it's $5 for the strand. They have kind of an iridescent texture to them. And here's another strand that's the same thing but more purpley. SSC 65, vintage purple plated 6mm glass pearls. 80 beads for $5. And faceted matte finish 7mm check glass barrel beads. SSC, excuse me, SSC 68, $5 for the strand. Okay, I'm going to get a drink of water and take a breath, and then we're going to move on. You can take all of that. We're going to move on to the Garden of Beadin. Now, the Garden of Beadin sent me all of their things in these sort of large groupings. And so I'm just going to answer your question right off the bat. You cannot buy them individually. They're sold as a group. But it's definitely a good way to get stocked on some beautiful check glass, check glass beads, Japanese seed beads, and Czech seed beads. So these are, now Garden of Beadin is from Northern California, and they exhibit all around. You can find them at lots of shows, you know, once the shows are back up again. But they do our Denver show and our Oakland show. So these are Czech fire polish, and they're 8mm, and it's a miscellaneous color. So this one is going to be GOB 11, and it's $45.50 for the lot. And so there are, each of these strands have 25 beads on them, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 strands it looks like. Well, it says 14 strands on the label. So if you want to purchase this lot, you're going to want to comment with GOB 11. Okay, and so these are, there's 12 hanks, size 10-0. These are striped check seed beads. This lot is $99.50, and it's GOB 12. And there's, as you can see, there's lots of colors in this lot. And these are 11-0s check, striped. It's the whole grouping here that I have in my hands. And these are check rounds, 8mm rounds, miscellaneous colors, GOB 10. It's $44 for the lot. There's 15 strands. These are check glass, vintage Picasso squares. I know these got a lot of attention when I posted a picture of them. There's 2 strands of each color, and the code is GOB3, and it's $63 for the lot. Okay, so this one we've got, it's GOB 8, it's size 6-0 check pony beads, opaque, striped, and harlequin beads. There's 12 different colors. The total is $60.75, and it's GOB 8. So we got a red, white, and blue, a mixed, red and iridescent, matted, red and yellow, rust and red, some blues, yellows, blue and white, lots of colors. GOB 7, these are size 6-0s, check pony beads, transparent stripes, 14 different colors. It's $58.50 for the assortment. And these are all the colors that we have. These little blue and white ones are pretty. And so, you know, we're selling things the way the vendors have given them to us. The price, the quantity, everything. And this is how they wanted us to sell these items. This one is GOB 13. You get 10 colors. There's 7 by 17 millimeter spikes, and it's $67 for all 10 strands. So that means they come out to $6.70 a strand. This one is GOB 5. These are 7mm check rounds. There's 4 colors, 50 beads of each color, and the total is $15. So we've got black, pink, light blue, and cobalt. GOB 6, large daggers, 5 by 16 millimeter. There's 13 strands, and each strand has 25 beads on there. And the total for this lot is $36. can tell right now I did not eat enough breakfast. Okay, GOB4, $45.25. These are 8mm check fire polish, 13 colors. And she says more unusual colors. And so this lot would be $45.25 for the lot, and there's 13 of them. We got some two-tones, some ABs. These are really pretty. I like those. Oh, so another thing on my list of information to share. So there's about a 30-second delay from what I'm doing to what you see. And so sometimes if you ask a question about something, there might be a little bit of a delay. And also I've probably moved on to a different bead. So if it seems odd on your end, that's the reason. There's about a 30-second delay. This one is GOB1, and they're 903 cuts. Picasso seed beads, 8 colors. I think this is one of the ones I took a photo of. I think these are just so beautiful. And it's $80 for the lot. GOB1, 9 O's, 3 cut. So 3 cut meaning there's, I think, 3 sides to them. If we have a seed bead person on here, they can probably explain what 3 cut means. This one's really gorgeous. Okay, here we have some leaves. This one is GOB22, and it is $68.75. There's 14 colors, 9 by 14 millimeter leaves, and they're check. Looks like there's 25 beads on each strand. And here we have GOB 43, 6mm check tile beads, 14 colors. And this lot is $100 for everything you see here. And this one is GOB 21 for $35. It's mix assorted styles, small cathedral beads. There's a total of 7 strands. And it's GOB 21 for $35. And this one is GOB 20, $40.75. These are 6mm fire polish, 19 strands. Some really pretty colors in this grouping. I like those right there in the middle. Okay, and here we have GOB 19, $68.75. There's 22 colors, 4mm check rounds. Lots of good useful colors in there. If you got that, you'd be good and stocked. And here we have GOB 25, window heart and rectangular shapes. There's 4 strands for $30. So there's 3 hearts and 1 rectangular. These are kind of leopard print. I like those. And this heart has like a pink and blue, or pink and green. Okay, GOB 18, $33.75. 10 colors, 6mm check rounds, blues, teals, and amethyst tones. We have seed beads from them down there too. Okay, GOB 16 for $39. You get 11 strands, and these are 6mm round check glass, and these are browns and brown tones. Although there's greens and reds in here too. Actually, more greens and reds than brown and purple. GOB 15, 12mm star, and there's 12 strands, $59.75. Lots of fun colors in there. GOB 14, there's 15 strands, they're 3 by 5mm faceted rondelles, $74 for the lot. And there's some really pretty colors in there. Okay, so these are, so this is GOB 29. These are size 14-0 check seed beads. It's $97 for the whole shebang here. And we've got some blues and turquoise, dark green, dark turquoisey teal. It's a really pretty blue. Got lots of rust, purple, pink, white, coral, red, topaz, lots of colors. So there's, I'm not sure how many hanks are even in here, but it's a full bag full. And that one is GOB 29 for $97. And let's see, we've got some tubes of Japanese seed beads. I showed you some of them yesterday. I'll try to find some of the ones that I hadn't shown you yet. But I'll re-show them just because I know people might be here on here today that are wanting seed beads. So these are Japanese. And this lot is GOB 45. These are 11 O's, triangle and squares. It's GOB 45 and it's $54, and there's 17 tubes. So I'm just going to show them to you as I put them in the bag. So you get all 17 of these tubes in this lot. Oops. Okay, just about done here with these. These are 6-0 Japanese Picasso beads, and there's 7 colors for $36.75. So Alexa, I think we're gonna have a little bit of time at the end of this video. Should we do a little sneak peek of Bead Goes On?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you get that going for me? And I'm going to do these last couple of things. Alright, I've got 2 more things from Garden of Bead, and then we've got a little bit of time on this video before it ends, so we're going to give you a little... Oh, wait. Never mind. I forgot about Blue Heron. We're going to do that next. Okay, this, okay, so 2 more things from Garden of Eden. These are 13 pieces stone fans. So you get all of these, $51 for all of these, and it's GOB2. And there's little sets of graduated so there's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 different stones. These little sets. These are actually kind of cute. I like these. Looks like we have a agate, goldstone, tiger eye, a couple different things. So this one is GOB2 and it's $51 for the lot. And then we have a little kit here of some supplies. So we've got some Stretch Magic, some needles, and some silk cord. And this is GOB9, $15.25. Okay, so that wraps up the items from Garden of Eden. And so now I'm going to show you some vintage German glass from Blue Heron Bead Company, which is me. When I was saying earlier that I went to Europe to start to buy beads, these are some of the beads that I found. So these are vintage glass, all from Germany. And these are sold by the strand. And this one is BHB 67 and it's $20 for the strand. It's an olive green crackle glass, 10 millimeter. I just love opaque. Opaque glass is some of my favorite. This is like a limey chartreuse green opaque 12 millimeter BHB 65 and it's $18. These are an opaline kind of jade green glass, BHB 62, and this is $6 for the strand. These are mostly from the 1950s and 60s. BHB 61, $20 for the strand. It's multicolored. BHB 63, these are $12. It's like an apple green opaque glass. And I just love these flat disc shapes too. These are really fun. BHB 64, $18. Like an olive green. These leaves, BHB 69, they're $6 for the strand. Like an olive, golden olive green. BHB 60, these are $12 for the strand. It's kind of a turquoise with multicolored glass in there. Vintage German. BHB 66, this is $16 for the strand. It's kind of pink and green melon shape. And here we have BHB 56, $14 for the strand. It's opaque turquoise glass melon. And BHB 57, $20 for the strand. Opaque turquoise glass. This is a bright yellow transparent BHB 71, $6 for the strand. They're about 6 millimeter. An olive green leaf, BHB 68, it's $8 for the strand. Here's a two-tone, pink and blue, BHB 50, it's $20 for the strand, and they're 14 millimeter faceted. Another two-tone faceted, 14 millimeter. BHB 51, it's $20 for the strand. BHB 47, $14 for the strand. BHB 49, $18. Now Germany doesn't make these kind of glass beads anymore. BHB 48, $14. The last time I had any pressed glass beads made for me in Germany was probably about 20 years ago. BHB 59, $18. BHB 46, $18. It's a navy blue flat disc. Matted cobalt. I don't know if you can see the matte on there, but they kind of glow. BHB 44, it's $10, 8 millimeter. These are little hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil monkeys. BHB 45, $9. A matted amethyst color. BHB 43, $10. Little striped bicones. BHB 40, $18. This is an opalescent sort of lavender color, little button flowers. BHB 42, $6. And that's the same little flower but in a transparent. BHB 41, $6. These are really pretty multicolored, kind of yellow and olive and dark purple. 12 millimeter, or actually 10 millimeter faceted. BHB 70, $18. We have a purpley pink and blue combo. BHB 39, $14. BHB 37, $14. BHB 58, $18, turquoise opaque glass. I was so disappointed I didn't get to go to Europe this year. I've been going almost every year since I was 18. So it feels like a part of my life. BHB 38, $18. BHB 55, $12, two-tone. These are 8mm faceted two-tone, BHB 53, $16. BHB 52, $12. BHB 54, $18. This is a dark vintage turquoise opaque. All glass though. All vintage glass from Germany. BHB 35, $6. It's like a periwinkle little button flower. Lavender opaline, BHB 36, $6. I think we still might be able to get to a few bead goes on because I only have about 12 more strands of these. White and gold stone, BHB 30, $18. How's the streaming going for everybody today? I haven't seen it buffering at all, so I'm feeling good about it. BHB 29, $14. Although I can't look up at the screen too often because it's reverse of what I'm looking at and it makes me a little dizzy. These are 8mm two-tone, BHB 34, $14. Really pale pink, BHB 32, $6. BHB 28, $12. It's an opaque bone color. Bright tangerine, opaque, BHB 18, $30. These are crackle glass, candy crystal, I think is what we used to call these. BHB 20, $14. BHB 25, $12. BHB 14, $10. BHB 6, $10. It's like this is a true ruby red. It looks a little orangey, I think, on the screen, but it's really true red, transparent. Reds and oranges are so difficult to see the color in photos and in the video, and purples too. Sometimes purples are hard. BHB 26, $24. It's a 14mm two-tone. 14mm two-tone, gray and clear, BHB 12, $20. It's a facet on there. That's that same two-tone glass, BHB 10 for $20. BHB 27, $18. It's a opaque ivory. BHB 19, $18. It's sort of a kind of a terracotta-y color. It's not orange, and it looks a little bit orange in there. BHB 17 for $12. Now these actually, I don't think these are German. I think these are Japanese. And it's like a tangerine orange with black. BHB 15 for $18, and this is like a fire engine red, true fire engine red or lipstick red, and it's opaque.
And they're beautiful.
And they're beautiful. Okay, BHB 16, $14, little melons, and it's they're kind of opal-y, not quite opaque, not quite transparent, and it's sort of orangey, red, and sunset colors. Trying to give a little bit of my own commentary in there. Hopefully no one's getting tired of hearing my voice yet. These are solid black opaque, BHB 13, $18. Like a pewter gray, BHB 9, $18. It's the same color in a larger bead, 12 millimeter, BHB 8, $18. And here we have a crystal with a luster finish, BHB 7, $20. These are 7 millimeter round, matted, multicolored, dark red, gray, black, BHB 5 for $14. Two-tone fuchsia and pink, BHB 31 for $12. Two-tone pink and clear, faceted, BHB 33 for $20. Kind of a champagne pink with a luster finish. That sounds good. I want that. BHB 21 for $12. Cranberry, BHB 3, $20. This is a true cranberry color. Two-tone cranberry with white, BHB 2, $20. These are crackle. Cranberry flowers, BHB 1 for $6. And again, this is a true cranberry color. This is a matted, transparent, deep red, BHB 4, $8. Okay, 3 more strands of vintage glass, and then we'll have about 10 minutes to do a sneak peek of The Bead Goes On. She's not scheduled till tomorrow, but I just want to share a few of her goodies. BHB 23, $6. This has like a bronzy metal coating. BHB 24 for $14. And this is a two-tone peach and lime green, faceted. BHB 22 for $14. Okay, so that was the vintage glass from Blue Heron Bead Company. And let's see, what should I show you here? You know what? I think I'm going to do these fun bracelets. These are, okay, this is The Bead Goes On, and she's scheduled for tomorrow, but I just wanted to show you a couple of things just because we have an extra 10 minutes here. So these are bracelets, seed bead bracelets. This one is BGO 27. They're beaded bangles, Mayuki seed beads. There's $30 for the set, and you get 5 of them. And this set is called Pumpkin, and they're from Bali and Nepal. So this one is BGO 27. And then we have some other colorways. This one is BGO 30. $30 for 5. Kind of natural browns and ivory tones. She calls it toffee. BGO 29, $30 for 5. Nautical blue is what she calls these. BGO 31. This one is called Oreo, and it's $30 for all 5. And BGO 28, and this one is called Spring Green. And BGO 26, 36, and this is Bonzuka Pink. So that was fun to get to share that with you. And then something that's super popular from the Bead Goes On are her groupings of Indonesian glass. These are 5 to 6 millimeter glass beads. The strands are 24 inches long, and you get 5 strands. And the code on this one is BGO40, and it's $15 for all 5 strands. I have 10 lots of these available. BGO41, these are pinks. It's $15 for the lot. It's kind of muted pink lavender tones. This one is called Hot Tamale, BGO37. It's $15, and there's 4 strands in this group. Oh, you know what? I think all of them have 4 strands. I'm sorry, I said 5, but it's 4 strands. And this one is BGO37, and this is like a true red coral, a bright yellow, and then these multicolored, definitely a spicy colors. These are kind of olivey, minty greens. It's called Green with Envy, BGO38, and it's $15 for the set of 4 strands. And this one's called Reds. The darker is like a true sort of ruby red, and then there's a corally one in there, and then one that is kind of red, rusty, and white. $15 for the 4 strands. And this one is BGO36. So has anyone figured out how we're doing our codes? Doing the initials of the company. Last time we had some duplicate codes. I think this time we did a little bit better on that. BGO39, teals, $15 for the 4 strands. It's kind of a gray teal mixture of colors. This one is called Earth Tones, BGO42, $15 for the 4 strands. So we have a matted black, we have kind of a taupe, and then we have these really pretty natural earthy tones in the stripes. These are really fun. These are jewel beetle wings, and you get 10 grams, which is about 100 pieces, for $20. Now they're just the wings, so they're not drilled or anything, but they're easy to poke a hole in them, and they're just beautiful, natural, iridescent emerald green and cobalt blue. And they're very lightweight, and they're just gorgeous. BGO4, and again you get about 100 pieces for $20, so it's a whole bag of them. And this time, just for funsies, she does these little brooches, little beetle brooches with the jewel beetle wings on there. So this one is BGO3, and it's $15. Natural emerald green color with brass findings, and it's made in Thailand. And it's got some little rhinestones in there. And it's a little brooch. It's really cute. Alright, how much time do I got? 5 more minutes. Let's see. What am I going to show you? The power. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a couple little fun pendant things. This is BGO 48. It's sterling silver with spiny oyster shell pendants. It's $15 and you get 3 of them. 2 of them are 8mm and 1 is 12mm, and it's sterling silver from Bali. And BGO 48 is the code. And here we have BGO 47 sterling silver turquoise pendant, $15 for 3. They're 18mm and they're from Nepal. BGO 52, these are wood leaves, hand carved, $25 for the set of 3, 2 small ones and 1 medium, and it's copper and sterling silver. These are from Bali. BGO 53, these are Silk Road glass pendants. They're all one of a kind. You get 25 of them you get 3 of them for $25, and they are, 2 of them are approximately 15mm and 1 is 28mm, and it's copper and sterling silver. Okay, that's enough of the bead goes on, because if I show you any more, I'm just going to have to show you all of it. So we're going to sign out here and take a little bit of a break, have some coffee and some water and some lunch, and then we're going to be back with you at 2:30. No, we're going to be back with you at 12:30. That's Pacific time, so on the East Coast that's 3:30. And we're going to come back with TA Pearls, Pema Arts, Saki Silver, and Brzozowski Gems. I didn't say that right. Brzozowski Gems. Beautiful gemstones. So we're going to sign out now, but we'll be back in about a half an hour. So thank you so much. We'll see you in a little bit.